What's good, everybody? Today was super uneventful, but I did actually take one trade and I lost. I lost about $500 on this account, and I'll cover that in just a second. But I want to first just say this was one of the most boring sessions I've probably ever watched. We did not have a single down candle basically since 9:30. So I just sat out after that. I actually did take a trade during the pre-market, and that was a loss. But I'm glad that I didn't wait. I mean, no, I should have waited for market open, because if I had waited for market open, I would have not taken any trades, and I would have been better off for the day. But nothing I can do about that now, bro. The loss has been taken, and that's all good. I risked $500 because I was planning on losing $500. That's sort of the way I'm looking at this. As you guys know now, I trade with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So yesterday I made 500 and today I lost 500. So I'm basically back to square one, but that's okay because I know that I have a better than a 50% win rate, and if I just let these odds play out over time, I should be sweet. But bro, this price action, man. I don't think there was really any entries that you could have found during this New York session. Let me just mark out market open. Okay, I'm still setting up my Top Step X platform. It's all like, bro. Okay, that looks like a wick. Hang on. That was market open. And look what we've done this entire time, dude. Not a single entry really to the upside, at least with the way that I trade or ICT concepts, in my opinion. So, maybe people who just basically trade off of the trend would have had a super good day today. Not a single low, or like not a single higher low even got swept. Like we put in a low here, went higher. Put in a low here, went higher. Low, higher, low, higher. Crazy, man. So that's why I'm staying out now. I waited and waited and waited to see if there was any sort of retracements that I could get to in order to keep going long, but I've actually got more markings on the full size contract. But let me just go over this trade that I took first, okay? This is really the most important part. Let me just go on to NQ, even though I didn't actually place the trade on there. Also, this trade. Wait, bro. Oh, yeah, this was the... Okay, so, sorry. I accidentally took a trade at the start of the day with incorrect position sizing, and that's what this was. I did not mean to enter this trade. So, okay, now I need to back myself up because it looks like I've been overtrading. You can see today. So, it says that I've taken 4 trades, but this is because I did the same thing yesterday as well. I have no idea how to even use the Top Step X platform yet, bro. Yeah, so you can see like that first trade was like nothing. I closed the trade instantly. Yeah, $12.50 loss. And I did the same thing today as well, bro. And I lost 90. 85 I lost today on a trade because I genuinely got the position sizing wrong. I am still getting used to Top Step X, and let me just show you guys how I've been entering my trades. If you think there's a better way, let me know, but this is what I've been doing, right? So let's say that I want to enter off of this gap here. So this inversion fair value gap on this candle. Basically what I would do is I'd put my long position tool there on the close. Put my stop, let's just say at the wick. And if I'm targeting like a 1-to-1, let me adjust the magnet. If I'm targeting a 1-to-1, all I do is I just basically, I've put in here my account size, 2 in the lot size for the NASDAQ contract, risk 500, and then it says here quantity of 10, and then I just do 10 contracts, and that's how I calculate it. But I messed it up, bro, because I accidentally had compact stats on, and I think, bro, I have no idea what happened. I think I accidentally read the wrong number or something. Who knows, man, but I'm still getting used to this platform. So that sort of sucks. I ended up losing $90 on complete accident. I closed the trade instantly for a $90 loss. And then okay, let me get into the actual trade. I'm sorry, I'm waffling. The actual trade that I took. Okay, I'm just going to show you on NQ because I've actually got markings. Basically, this was 8:30. We had news come out. It was CPI. And I wanted to see these data lows be taken down here. Right? Data low. I wanted to see these data lows. And we got an inversion to the downside below these data lows. And with that, we also got a 5-minute inversion to the downside. And I was like, okay, the reason that I entered this trade, basically, first of all, 1-minute inversion to the downside with data lows below. We also were coming out of this 15-minute imbalance above price. It was pretty far to the left, but we were in a huge 15-minute imbalance. And we also got we got a change in the state of delivery. Yeah, it's a small one on the 1-minute time frame, but we still got like a break of structure to the downside. And I just thought realistically we would take these data lows first before taking the data highs, and that's why I took that trade. Honestly, it wasn't super A+. Now that I look back on it, I think that I probably could have waited, and maybe I should have waited to see the data highs get taken first before going for the data lows. But what can I really do now, bro? That's just unlucky for me. So this was the actual trade. I entered on this candle. My stop was above there. I was targeting these data lows. So what I was going to do, and I said this yesterday as well, is I was going to just go for a 1-to-1 here. And then once we got to like a 1-to-2, I was going to trail my stop loss down to a 1-to-1 and let the rest run to the data lows. And if it came back, I would just get stopped at my regular 1-to-1. So unlucky for me, but what I am glad that I did is I sat out for the rest of the day and I just let price keep on running. I didn't get FOMO. I didn't enter the trade because I felt like I was missing out on anything. And, sometimes on days like these, I get kind of frustrated. And I know that I have been in the past frustrated with this sort of thing when, I can't find entries. And there's been times where I've sort of ended up forcing trades that didn't present themselves. So the fact that I didn't do that today is a win. And I don't know, man. I think because a lot of you guys found me from that video where my psychology was terrible, that I have terrible psychology. I actually think that I have pretty good trading psychology, but I obviously have many, many things that I need to fix. And all of these little things add up and compound. Taking too many trades when you shouldn't have taken them, over-risking, you name it, bro. There's it only takes one day, and you guys all saw that. So what I want to see now, and I'm not going to enter any more trades, but what I want to see now is probably these highs on the 4-hour time frame get hit. I don't think, I'm not waiting around for that. I think that we need to get some sort of retracement at least first, but I think this is just a freaky chart, and I think there's absolutely no reason for me to be trading that anymore or even looking at it anymore. So that's why I'm done for the day. So yeah, man, back to my initial balance. I'm slightly under my initial balance by like $25, but that's fine. So yeah, something I wanted to talk about actually is I've found that video where so many of you guys commented on it. I got 1,000 comments on that video, and I've read basically all of them, or at least I've tried to, and for some reason it's not that I let the hate comments get to my head, but I read so many comments saying bro, you're just gambling, you should quit, and shit like that. And it's almost in a way, even though I tell myself, oh, I don't care what these people have to say, I still feel like it's been in the back of my mind, like kind of in my subconscious. And that's something that, as I keep posting on YouTube and as more people start seeing my videos, I'm going to have critics. And it's something that it's just going to take practice to like block those people out, block out the haters. Because I know I'm a good trader. I know I can do this, and I know that I'll make this work one day. But when people are doubting you and people are hating on you, kind of thing, it's hard not to let what they say sort of creep into your mind, because from my perspective, I've never made any money. So all these people saying you'll never make any money day trading or whatever, even though I think that they're just saying that because either they've never made any money or they're just old people who do not believe in any of this sort of thing. Okay? But I know deep down that I am a hard worker, and I know that I can be a disciplined person, and I will do everything that I possibly can do to make this work. But at the same time, I've never made any money. So, and there's so many people in this space that are just not truthful and that do not tell the truth about trading. So it's hard. It's almost like, how am I really meant to know if this actually is ever going to work out? And I know that sounds like a super, super negative thing to say, but truthfully, I don't know if trading even is possible. Until I get that payout for the first time, I will never know. And maybe it's going to even take a couple of payouts before I can really know that deep down. But I'm not letting that get to my head. And honestly, it's kind of fuel for me to keep going. I want to find out. I want to find out whether this shit is actually possible. I believe it's possible, and I believe that anyone can do it if they put in enough time. But it is kind of a bit of a skeptical thing. It's like, I've never made money, and as far as I'm concerned, a lot of these influencers and gurus haven't made any money either. So who am I meant to listen to, and who am I meant to trust here? And the good thing is for me is that, like I've said, I work a lot. I make enough money to buy some prop firm accounts every now and then. It's not like I've lost my entire life savings over this. And sadly, I've heard a lot of your guys' stories now that you guys have lost a lot of money. And I'm really sorry to hear that. But for me, I've lost, about $1,000 over the last 2.5 years of trading. And I think that that's totally fine. So, if I'm not losing all of my money, this is just basically a hobby that every now and then I get super emotional about. And I am determined to find out the answer, bro. And I know that I will make this work one day. So don't get me wrong. If I'm coming across like I don't believe in trading, that's definitely not the case, okay? But it's just hard to believe in yourself sometimes, and I just wanted to basically share that because you can never be prepared for having random ass people hating on you online until it happens. And I've never really had that before because my videos have never really got that many views. It's always been a lot of positivity, and it still has been a lot of positivity since I've been getting some more views, right? But it's just something you can't really prepare yourself for, and it's something that's going to take some work. So I just thought I'd share it with you guys. Also, I'm about to get monetized on YouTube, which is crazy. I need a couple hundred more watch hours. You need 3,000 watch hours to get monetized on YouTube, and I'm a couple hundred off. So that's pretty sick, man. To see that I could get obviously it's going to be probably hardly anything, probably a couple dollars a month or something, from ad revenue, but that's still really sick. If I was able to make $5 in a month from ad revenue, that would be my very first time ever making money online, which is sick because I've been trying to make money online for not my whole life, but my whole adult life. I've been trying to make money online, and I've never even seen a single dollar come from it. So that'd be cool to see. And I thought I'd share that with you guys as well. So I got to say thank you to all of you guys for that, because obviously I wouldn't have been able to get to that spot if it wasn't for you guys. So that's sick. But yeah, like, we're still ripping, going to the 1 minute, we're still just ripping up. I mean, we've had a little bit of a retracement, but I wouldn't call this a very significant one. Not gonna lie, that actually looks like a pretty nice entry. Liquidity sweep, 5 minute fair value gap, potential inversion coming up. You could like target, could go for like, if we got that inversion, you could target like stop below the low and then target those highs all the way up there. That's honestly kind of a banging trade setup, but it's 10:46. The market starts to slow down quite a lot now, and for me, it gets really late, so that's not even something I really want to be considering anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd point that out. So look, losing day today, not really the end of the world. I'll just come back again tomorrow and see what happens. When you're trading with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, you get a lot of days like this where, you know, you had a winning day the day before, and then today you just lose those profits and you go back to exactly where you were. And sometimes it feels like this backwards and forwards, but over time, if you got an edge in the market, which I know that I have an edge in the market, then eventually over time, with enough size, you can make some profits on that. And that's what I want to do here. So I don't really have anything else to share with you guys. I just thought, you know, obviously I'll share this trade because I'm sharing all of my trades on this Top Step account. And yeah, hopefully you guys got up today. It's a pretty slow day, so not sure if many of you guys would have even found any entries. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. And I'll be back tomorrow if I take any more trades.